everyone and welcome back to my channel. So I've been listening to your requests and I know one of the top things that you would like to see more of on this channel is recipes. So with that in mind, I have a recipe for you today which is my pea, leek and goat cheese risotto, and this all came from a dish that I had recently when I was out at a restaurant and I tasted it and I thought it was really good, but I didn't have any clue what was really in it, so I tried to focus on the flavours and come up with my own version. So I hope that you really enjoy this. The recipe will be down in the description box as well, so you can refer to that for exact measurements or just a little bit of extra information. But I really hope that you enjoy this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and I will try and do more like this for you. But without any further ado, let's get into the recipe. So if you want to make this recipe, then this is everything that you're going to need. So we're going to start off with some carnaroli risotto rice here, and you're going to need 300 grams of that. I tend to use this or arborio when I make a risotto. Then I have 2 medium-sized leeks cut very finely into slices, and then 3 garlic cloves as well, which I'm going to crush later on. I got a chicken stock cube here, but you could use a vegetable one if you wanted to. I have some white wine. You could omit this if you wanted to, but I think it adds a lot of flavour. And then I've got 100 grams of crumbly goat's cheese here with the rind on, which I'm going to remove. And then I've also got the ends of the leeks sliced into very thin strips to fry as a topping. I've got some frozen peas here as well, some dried tarragon, although you could use fresh if you wanted to, and then I also have some pea shoots as well here as a garnish at the end. So if you want to see how to make it, then keep watching. So in a large pan, you're going to want to add some olive oil and then go straight in with your leeks, and we just want to cook these down gently and sweat them off. I like to add a little bit of salt at this point because it encourages the vegetables to release their water and soften a little bit more quickly. Then I'm going in with my garlic cloves, which I'm just crushing in, and giving that another stir as well, and letting those cook down and soften until they look something similar to this. And then once that's done, I'm going to go in with the tarragon. I add about a tablespoon here just because dried herbs tend to not have as much flavour. And then I'm going to go in with my carnaroli rice. I'm just going to stir that through and let the rice cook a little bit before I go on to add the liquids. And speaking of liquids, the first thing that I go in with is the white wine, and I would normally just add a random glug here, but I've measured it out for you and I've included 250 ml here. And then I'm just going to give the rice and the wine mixture a good stir through, and while that's reducing slowly, you want to keep it on a low heat. I am just crumbling in my stock cube into my jug with a litre of boiling water. I'm just going to give that a stir through, and then this is what I will be using to cook the rest of the risotto with. So risotto is a bit of a laborious task. You just add a little bit of the liquid at a time, stir it through, let it reduce out slowly and cook off slowly, and then add a bit more, and so on and so forth. It can take a while, but it's so worth it. While that's all cooking down, I'm going to fry off my little strips of leek in some butter for flavour. These are great on top at the end. And then once all of my liquid is added and absorbed into my rice, I'm going in with my peas because they won't take very long at all. And then I'm also adding in my goat's cheese. I've also reserved a little bit at the end for a garnish, but this is the kind of consistency you want to have at the end when you finish cooking and everything is stirred through. So once that's plated up, I'm going to decorate my food. I love doing this. I just think it makes it so much more inviting to eat. So I'm starting off with the pea shoots. You could leave these out if you can't get hold of them, but I would definitely recommend doing the crispy leeks because they were so tasty and really brought this dish to life. And then finally, I'm just crumbling in a little bit of the leftover goat's cheese, which was just so tasty. If you don't like goat's cheese, you could by all means use feta or cheddar instead. But that is the finished dish. We served it with a little bit of garlic bread and it went down very well indeed. So that is the recipe, and I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you found it easy to follow as well. And I would also love it if you tagged me over on Instagram if you do make this and recreate it yourself, because nothing makes me happier. It makes me so excited to see when other people have recreated dishes that I make for my family. So if you do, let me know because I would love to see. But other than that, thank you so much for watching and have a lovely rest of your day whatever you're up to, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.